Hi everyone. Thank you so much for being with CareersTalk. Thank you, Sunan, for this wonderful opportunity. Here we are going to discuss some uh, interview questions. So the first question is, how do you ensure that this events ends as a time boxed and yet collaborative and effective? Yes, Scrum events are all time boxed in such a manner to ensure we are very focused and we are discussing what we really want to discuss and we are getting the output. So this is how the events and the time box are maintained and managed in Scrum. I would like to initiate the wonderful quote as well here. A goal without a proper timeline is just a dream. It's just a dream. So we always have some timeline to make it done. So let me pitch into that question. How to ensure the events are managed time boxly and meaningful and collaborative. So when coming to this time box, how can we make it? Go with a clear agenda. That is the first step. I will always ensure to do that. And do prepare for the meeting very well. What are all the topics we are going to discuss, and what could be the follow-up questions we can get or the team members may get. So do some brainstorming sessions with you before we are getting into the meeting as a scrum master. Be ready with to post some powerful questions with the team to gain the clarity. And third point is that set the expectations with all the team members. This is what the timeline, this is what the discussion points we are going to discuss. Like that kind of set expectations and positive tones should be set by a scrum master or an agile coach to the team to ensure we are all on the same page. Why? Because sometimes a user story may have some $1 value, which we may take some 10 to 15 minutes of time to discuss on that item. Another user story may have some $100 value, which we are not at picked and we are running out of time. So ideally, it is a contradicting statement. And follow the practice of shift left. If we want to keep our events time boxed and very effective and collaborative, it is not just the event of sprint planning, a daily scrum or review meeting or retro meeting. More than that, when we are working on the product backlog refinement session, then that time itself it should be very clear, concise, elaborative, and all the required points should be captured. So have the ideology and mindset of shift left to ensure everything, all the data are in place, so that we can finish off our planning meeting on time properly, as well as daily scrum, review meeting, retro meeting, right? So basically, if you're not planning to succeed, we will plan to fail, right? So if we want to pass or succeed, we have to focus on our refinement session based on the shift left strategy to get the clarity of the team, and make team to understand that shared outcomes, vision, and product roadmap everything properly, so that they can have the clarity. Okay, this is what we want to do. This mvp is a this is a mvp where we want to do. That kind of understanding they will be having. And the next point is that apply value stream mapping. Identify the ways to where we are going wrong, and what how we can facilitate the events effectively. So then and there apply this value stream mapping process and look for how we can make it. Okay. And based on this, we are trying to implement focus and productivity, predictability on the project schedule, and making the managing resource and planning the future iterations. Everything will be achieved if you are properly time boxing it. And how we can make it effective and collaborative. As a scrum master, it's not just we have to observe the spoken words. Be a scrum master, we should understand the spoken and the unspoken words by our team members, and it's our responsibility or our power to bring all the team members to open up their mouth and say and share their opinions and points to be aligning with their requirements or the clarity. And end of the meeting, ensure if you're in the planning meeting, ensure openly have a word with the team member. What is the clarity on this requirement? Do you think that can we make it? Or being a non-technical person, we may have some kind of silly questions, pose the silly questions and try to get the understanding of them along with your product owner. If suppose for our silly question, if they are not answering in a very structured manner, then they can get the clarity from the product owner. This is another one ideology or approach we can try, and we can make them it is effective and collaborative. Okay, how we can ensure the events are successful? This is again another one challenging part. uh, Maybe after that, how much value we are adding to the customers, and based on our progression level, we can ensure the events or what we are conducting or what we are facilitating is success or not. Maybe a planned to done ratio going slowly, when we are progressing it should be improved. Okay, that commitment reliability should be improved, customer satisfaction, escaped defects, and deployment frequency, mttr, mean time to recover. Using this kind of data, setting up some okrs or kpis, based on this one we can ensure that whether our meetings are effective or not. Inspect and adapt, again everything is inspect and adapt. Based on this metrics and data we can inspect and adapt, or otherwise have a one-on-one discussion with your team member whenever, just a casual coffee connect or a lunch, simple lunch. Try to understand them whether it is productive or not. So these are all the few ways we can ensure the events or time box and the value what we are adding is making some sense or not. Moving on to the next question. Can you share an example of time when you have to present a project progress or results to your stakeholders or client? How do you prepare and address any questions or concerns raised by the client? This could be a kind of panicking moment, or it's not again panicking. It will be very interesting meeting as per me at least. So for this meeting also, since we are going to approach clients and key stakeholders must be there, so this meeting also go with the clear cut agenda. You should put your 200 percentage before this meeting to ensure this should happen properly. Visualize the meeting how it wants to go. This is the third step. Let me come to the core point later. And before the meeting itself, share the reports or outcome or data points or results or metrics, whatever you are having and whatever you are going to present to the meeting to the clients at least a day ago, or it would be good if you share it with the client some 3 days ago. Okay, so that they can look, they can come into some conclusion or they can come up with their points, so that we can have the meeting very productive in a short timeline. Okay, this could be my fourth point. And use some color differences to showcase the difference where we are lagging, right? Or where we want to stop and think and bring up some innovation practices, that is amber, and green where we are doing good as of now. So this way showcase that rag indications. Use some good tools to make them understand without switching many windows and showing some separate data. Bring up some great tools like power bi or some other specifically created by charts or graphs or like that kind of things. Okay, that could be one effective thing. And the meetings should be very frequent, right format, and the frequency should be the same one. Okay, another one important point is that before the meeting, do the SWOT analysis. Okay, why it is the progression may be good this time, may not be good also. Okay, so whenever we are getting into this kind of meeting, it's always good to have some SWOT analysis. What is our team strength? What is our weakness? What is our opportunities? What is our threat? This way, when we are going with the SWOT analysis, start with strengths. Okay, so we are starting the meeting with the some great positive strengths. Okay, then go to the weakness, then go to the threat, then ending up with opportunities. You can say, or you can say that even though if the team is not on track or something is happening, you can say that because of this tough situation we have identified this many opportunities which may help us to grow our business. If you haven't have this kind of tough situation, we may not have the opportunity to explore this. So because of this innovation idea came, this automation supporting idea came. So this way we can change the negative tone as well as to the positive tones. Always start your meeting with some energetic expectations. Set that. Okay, spread, it's a contagious thing. The energy and the smile is a contagious stuff. If I'm smiling now, you will smile obviously. So this is how you have to start the meeting, this kind of meeting, especially to bring everyone calm down, and then discuss about the risk, challenges, and further mitigation plans, innovations, ideas to fix, and showcasing that on track. When we are stepping into this particular meeting, even though our team is not doing great, or if we are out of track, or if you are about to miss our goals in a short time period, go with some alternate plans stating that this plan may not the live plan is may not work, so that we are having this kind of alternate approach where we can bring up the team in a short term. Or otherwise you can put it up in this way, if you are sorting out these dependencies, I can, my team will work in this way. So go with some alternative plan on how to achieve our goal, even though if you are not doing it now. So based on this plan, they can be convinced, okay, they are having some alternate plans to make it done. So this is another one positive way of connecting or facilitating this meeting. So, and at the end of the meeting, ensure to have some clearable action items and recommendations. So action item, it doesn't mean that only team members supposed to have. Sometimes stakeholders may have, some business may have. So that time, set in our minutes of meeting, set it, write it properly. This is the action item for a scrum master, this is the action item for the developer, this is the action item for the business. So be clear when we are coming out from the meeting, what is the action item, what we want to do. Feedback and suggestions in the same meeting, if time permits, definitely we should facilitate in the way the time should be permits to accommodate feedback and suggestion. So if you're following up in this way, this would be very helpful for us to provide the meeting very productively. Thank you.